Hello, good morning. So it is time for me to pick my next book, and I thought this week I am going to do the Tarot Readathon challenge. So it is a June, which means it is the month of the Tarot Readathon, and while I'm not technically participating in the Tarot Readathon, I still thought it'd be fun to have a look at what the prompts are and give it a bit of a go just for this week. And yeah, why not? So I have a random tarot card generator because I cannot for the life of me find which box my tarot cards are in. I know I kept a set of tarot and I kept like 4 sets of oracle cards, but I've got no idea where that tarot deck is. So I'm just going to have to use a random tarot card generator. So let's go. Let's do this and click. Maybe. Oh. I want to do it so you can see I'm not cheating, but I'm going to have to just click it. What's that? The Tower. Okay, so the prompt for this is read a book featuring chaos or disaster. Isn't that like every book ever in romantasy? But okay, let's have a look. Okay, I don't know if this is technically chaos or disaster, but I'm going to go with it. So I'm going to read A Forbidden Alchemy by Stacey McEwen. This book has been out for a little bit now, and the second book is already out, and I believe the third one's coming out soon? Maybe? When does the third one come out? Or is it next year that it comes out? July 2027. So, but I have heard really good things about this book. From what I know, it's set at a alchemy school, and it's a romantasy. That's all I know about it. But with all like romantasies, there's always like some kind of like chaos and disaster going on. So I'm going to go with it. And I have both the Kindle and the audiobook, so I'm going to immersively read it this morning and get started on it. So looking forward to it. Hello. So I just wanted to do a quick little update because I'm now 40% of the way into A Forbidden Alchemy, and so far I'm really enjoying it. I'm liking the characters and sort of like liking where it's going. It's giving me what's the first one? In A Torch Against the Night. Ember in the Ashes. An Ember in the Ashes. Okay. It's giving me those sorts of vibes of like, you know, in with the rebels and doing deals and trying to like fight the system. But I'm definitely like, it's not at the bit where it's like fully working out what the big problem is. Like she has finished her schooling. I thought the schooling bit was going to go on for a lot longer. I thought this was going to be a academia sort of setting, like a school setting. It is not. It's like 3 chapters and she's out of school. So I kind of went into it with the wrong assumptions, but that's on me sort of not really reading what the book was and just going into it. So anyway, that's fine. I am enjoying it. I will now be listening to it as I drive to work. And I have some things to get done there, so I might just keep listening to it while I get that sort of stuff done. And I've just been trying to be productive this morning. I put up my vlog. I still need to create a thumbnail. I'm really bad at doing the thumbnails before I upload the video. I know I should. It doesn't look great, so I'm beating myself up for that. But I just wanted to get the vlog up, and if it motivates me to get my thumbnail done, then great. That's what I need to do when I get to work. But I need to get better at taking like photos during the week while I'm vlogging, or at least not have like weird facial expressions while I'm talking so that I can take like snippets to use for the thumbnail. because that's what I always get stuck on, is I just don't have any like photos for the thumbnail. So anyway, all right, I am going to head to work. I did jump on to the Tara Readathon sprints. Bo was still sprinting, so I jumped onto her. She's doing this one last sprint, so there's 20 minutes left of that. So after that 20 minutes, I'm going to head to work, but I'm just sort of like starting to wrap myself up and like pack up everything. The other thing I've been doing is, I'm going to try and show you, I've been updating my books in Notion, because my goal is to like have that as my reading database, and then Storygraph is just like my public view of where I track things. So I've been going through, let me just put this down and turn you around. So I've like been adding everything in and putting in all my reading dates. So I'm only up to January of this year, and I am still missing a lot of last year's reading as well. But my goal is to get that all updated, and then have everything in there, so that when I'm looking at what books I have, because I also want to log the books that I have in boxes into this as well, so that I know where, and hopefully I know what box they're in, so that I can find things, and then just, make things a little bit more organized. And also when I'm planning my TBRs, I know where I'm at with series, because the other thing I found with this is some things I have gone through and put in the entire series in there, whereas other things I've only put that book that I read. So the series tracker in it looks really out, because it only has like 1 or 2 books in the series, but technically there's like 4 or 5. So I need to go back in and also finish that. And I just realized I didn't put in an author for Alchemized. There it is. S-E-N. Oops. L. I think it's technically all one word. Anyway, that's fixed. But yes, that is definitely taking some time, and I'm liking doing that while I'm at home with my big wide screen. It makes it so much easier, because I can have Storygraph up as well as my spreadsheet. But yes, that's just a ongoing project that I want to get up to date, because I will feel so good when it is done. But anyway, let's get ready for work. I kind of put a face together. I did do my hair, and I kind of feel better. I want to be more the person that has their hair done. Like, I want to work out a hairstyle that looks good on me. I would love to be able to like curl my hair, but I feel like it's just too fine to get a good curl in it. Like, it holds things really well, but because I just don't have a lot of it, I feel like it's like 1 or 2 curls, and that's all that I would get out of it. It's not like I could have overly curly hair, but I want to get like a something. I don't know. I just also feel like it's been a very long time since I that I've had a haircut, so I am thinking that maybe I should go get a haircut and like go to someone good and be like, I need some facial framing, because this is just not it. Like, it falls flat on me. I don't know. We'll see. I am thinking about getting some like curtain bangs, like bring them back, because otherwise I just don't know what to do around my face. But yeah, I reckon, like, tell me what you think. Some long curtain bangs? I reckon I could rock it. Maybe. All right. Well, that won't be a this week thing. That might be a next week thing before my comp. But I need to get to work first. Okay. I have finished a Forbidden Alchemy, and I really enjoyed it. There's definitely some twists and turns that happen throughout, and I'm very interested to see where it goes next, because it definitely ended on a cliffhanger. Thankfully, book number 2 is already out, so I can pick it up sooner rather than later. And yeah, so looking forward to it. I think I'm leaning towards a 4, maybe a 4.5. I don't really know. I kind of want to sit on it a moment. Just, there were some bits that sort of like trailed off and I wasn't too sure of, but I think that was more because I was listening to the audiobook, so I didn't notice that it was back in time, so that confused me a little bit. But that's on me. That's not on the book. So I'm going to think about it. But what we do need to do is now draw our next tarot card and pick a new book, because I finished that just before lunch, so my partner's about to come home, but then I will be driving to work. So I need something preferably that I have on audio that I can listen to as I'm driving. So we got our generator. What's this? A 7 of Wands. Okay, whoops. So going to the sheet, a 7 of Wands is read a book that features a character who's facing a daunting challenge or adversity. I feel like these are really broad. Like, I don't know until I read the book. I don't know. Adversity or a daunting challenge. What do I have that's due soon? Okay, you know what? Because I think it will have to do with adversity, I'm going to read Hello City by Ransom Riggs, which is book number 2 in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. I have this on my TBR to read this month as well, and at least in the last book, they were all outcast people, and I'm assuming it's the same sort of thing. I don't think it's the same people. I think it's a different group of children, but that's what we're going to read. And it's telling me it's going to be 6 hours, so I guess that's going to be my next book. Anyway, sounds good. At least it's one from my TBR that I'm knocking off, so I am definitely appreciative of that. Okay, hello, good morning. So I finished Hello City, which is book number 2 in Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. So, need to correct some things. It is the same characters. They've just gone through time loops and changes like that, which is kind of confusing, but it was fun to listen to the audiobook. It was fun to listen to. I couldn't for the life of you tell you who the characters are in it. Like, I liked it, but I wasn't invested in it, if that makes sense. So, yeah, it was just a fun, quick read, but I couldn't for the life of you tell you who the characters are. Except for, like, Miss Peregrine, and there's another one called Miss Wren. I think there's a person called Eden? I don't know. But, yeah. Anyway, it was fine. Definitely a YA book, and that's a part of this, is I just need to get through the old YA books that I have and just start to say goodbye to them, because I'm not of that age anymore. So it's just not what I enjoy reading about. At least this does have a mix of ages in it. So it's not just like they're all young kids. There's some kids, there's an adult. Well, I don't know how old the main guy is. He might be a kid. But he just seems older. So, I don't know. Anyway, we're going to go and pick my next book. So we need the tarot generator. And you know what I just realised? I'm sitting downstairs. So I'm going to have to look up what the prompt is after we do the generator. Okay, here we are. And generate. We got Temperance. So now I need to find that spreadsheet. Alright, Temperance here, 14. Read a genre blend or cross-genre book. Okay, do we think contemporary fantasy is a cross blend enough? because I could then read a very secret society for irregular witches, which would help because I am doing the Amazing Readathon, and for this next leg I need to read this book. So I'm going to count contemporary fantasy as a cross. It does also have romance in the genres as well, but also I find Storygraphs really, actually both Storygraph and Goodreads, both of them, they don't just classify a book into like a genre. They always have 2 or 3 genres on it, which is annoying because sometimes I just want to know like what genre it is. And it's only 318 pages, so it shouldn't take me too long to get through. And I do have the audiobook on it, so I can listen to it as I drive to work, which is amazing. I love this in my life. I can't even see how long the audiobook is. It's here somewhere. There. It will take me 5 hours to read, so to work and a little bit while I'm at work. Anyway, I need to head to work. I also need to clean out my car. I'm just debating if I go to work and do that, or if I do that now. But then I hit traffic, so I guess I'll go to work and clean it out. Anyway, see you soon. Okay, hello. So, I don't actually remember if I did an update at 50% or when my last update was, so I'm just going to do an update now. But I am at 73% of my way through the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. Such a long title. By Sangu Mandana. And I am loving it. It is so much fun. I love the characters. I can definitely see why a lot of people say that this is better than the other book, which is A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, which I think is technically the second book. I just don't know how these worlds are technically connected. Like, I get that they're both witches, but I don't know if that's just the connection, is that it's just a world that has witchcraft in it. So I don't know. Maybe I'm missing a character that does overlap. Let me know if I am. But yes, I am absolutely loving it. Having such a great time reading this book. Well, I'm listening to the audiobook, so I'm consuming the book. And I have an hour and 20 minutes or so to go. So I was hoping to get it done I'm currently doing sprints. I was hoping to get it done by the end of the next sprint, but I don't think that's going to happen because I've got 15 minutes left of this sprint and 50 minutes for another sprint. So I'd get close, but I don't think it'll happen. But just wanted to come in and say absolutely loving it, and we'll be finishing it soon. So we'll be picking a new book today as well, which is very exciting because I think that means that was this book number 2 or book number 3? Which is pretty good for a week of reading. So yeah, and then whatever we pick, I think will be the last book because on tomorrow morning, technically for me, is the start of the the Amazing Readathon's face-off weekend. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for that. If I want to read like really short books and just get some good points for the team, because you get extra points for every book that you finish, or if I keep going with like the books that I have on my TBR. But I do have a couple of options. I've got a couple of graphic novels that I keep meaning to pick up, so maybe it's time that I read some of them in between, like reading my chunkier books as well. Maybe that's an option. I'll see how I feel later today. But I need to take... One of them I have is the graphic novel for Frankenstein. I've been meaning to read that for such a long time, so I might take that with me to work tonight and read that, because Face Off, I think it starts at 2 a.m. and I'm going to wake up for it. So apologies for what I'm going to be looking like, but yeah. We'll see how I go. Anyway, I need to get back to reading this. Okay, so I have finished The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Booksbydano, and I absolutely loved it. I think I'm going to give it a 4.5-star rating. I don't think it was quite a 5-star, like, ride or die book, but I really, really enjoyed it. It was such a cozy read, and I just love the characters. They were so sweet, and they just, the way they interacted, and the kids, just, it was so nice. It was just an easy read. But that means I need to pick a new book. So we're going to go back to our tarot. Hopefully it's something I can finish today. That's kind of the idea. I need to finish it by today. But we'll see what the prompt we get. I also need to know what prompts there are. Okay. So let's go. And we got the 6 of Cups. Sorry, I keep knocking over. So that is, read a childhood favourite or a book that that feels nostalgic to you. I don't think anything in my currently downloaded feels nostalgic to me. Bugger. I really don't want to do this prompt. Really, really don't want to do this prompt. Because it's going to mean that I have to, like, pick a book that's not on my TBR at all. I don't think. Let me have a look at what is actually left on my TBR. Okay. It's going to be a stretch. So bear with me. What I'm going to read for this is I'm going to read Only the Good Spy Young by Ali Carter. It's been on my shelves for, like, 15 years maybe. Not quite, but 10 years at least. And it is about being in high school, which at my age, I feel like I can say that's nostalgic, right? And high school is counted as childhood. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I do have the ebook for that. Yes. So I guess that's what I will be doing. The only downside is I freaking left my Kindle and also my studio phone. Well, not my studio phone. The spare phone that I had that I had downloaded a whole bunch of audiobooks on. I left all of that at work. So it's just annoying. But anyway, I've got this for my Kindle. It's somewhere. How many pages is it? I think they're like 200 pages. It's 268 pages. So I will definitely finish this today. The only downside is it's not an audiobook. So when I'm driving to go get groceries and everything, I can't just listen to this. So, you know, it is what it is. It's fine. I can work something else out. But I'm excited to go back into this world. These are set in, what are they? The Gallagher Girls series. And they're set in a boarding school for young women who, like, they learn how to be spies, essentially. And what's the first? Cammy is the main character. Her mum is the principal or headmistress of the school. And so she's sort of grown up in the spy world and also sort of been at the Gallagher Girls school her entire life. And it's just fun. It's like lighthearted. I fly through these books. It's good fun. Like, I wish I read these books when I was of this age. So, like, that early teen sort of era. Because, yeah, they're a good time. All right, I'm going to get into these. I'm going to start reading. I've got 23 minutes left of my last sprint. So, I guess I will read for 23 minutes and see how we go. Cool. Catch you later. Hello, so I'm jumping on to finish off this vlog. I had such a good time reading the next Gallagher Girls book, Only the Good Spy Young. I really enjoyed it. It was nice to start like branching out and getting a bit more of the spy world and like going outside of just the school setting. Like obviously a big chunk of it is at the Gallagher Girls Academy, but it was also nice going out and sort of seeing how the girls act as spies as well. And I really like it. It's such a easy, sweet read. Like, yes, it is a very old series, but it doesn't feel like it's so out of date, which I'm really liking. And I'm just here for the fun, enjoyable time of this series. It's nothing too serious. It's, you know, I'm not here for it to be the most prolific thing in the world. It's just a nice palate cleanser, sweet, contemporary YA book with a bit of mystery, and who doesn't love a school setting and with spies? I don't know. It was really nice to be back there. So definitely enjoying it. I'll need to pick up the remaining 2 books in this series soon. I also think there's a whole lot of novellas that I haven't read, or like little short stories, but there is like 2 main books left in this series. So I want to pick them up ASAP so that I can finish off the series and see how it all ends. But yes, absolutely loved it. I also had so much fun doing roller pole, as you can see from the clips. It was just a good fun time with the group, and yeah, I kind of stacked it once, nothing major, but it was so hard to keep balance on skates. I haven't skated in I don't know how many years. I used to be a rollerblader, and roller skates are a whole different kettle of fish. So it was interesting trying to move around and trying to dance in them, but it was a heap of fun. And yeah. Okay, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you would like to. If you ever tried roller pole, let me know. Otherwise, let me know what you've been reading. Let me know if you've been doing the Tarot Readathon this month. I think next year I would love to do it properly. It'll just be a matter of like when in the year it comes up and making sure that I'm on top of it. But I did have a lot of fun just doing a week of picking the cards and going with that for prompts. So yes. Anyway, I will see you all in the next video. Bye.